Developing this trail in Clinton has been a goal of the Town of Clinton Open Space and Recreation Plan for more than 20 years now, almost 23. So we're delighted that we're finally making progress on this particular project. This section of the trail was acquired by the town in 2020. In 2021, we received a grant, I should say 2022, we applied in 2021. We received a grant for the design of the trail and the design of the remediation of the tunnel. That project's now in process, so you may see some of the people out working on the trail, and we are getting ready to move after the design phase into the build phase. Chris, you want to add on to that?
No. No, I was just going to add that the grant that we received, it was a really large grant, and it shows a lot of support that our state of Massachusetts is really committed to the Mass Central Rail Trail and getting it completed so that, you know, anyone can just come up here and make their way to Northampton or to Hudson Center and, you know, stop at the Rail Trail Brewery or whatever, you know, whatever things that they have to do over in Hudson. So it's a way to get people off roads and into a safer mode of transportation, and a way to get outside, enjoy nature. This part of the trail behind us on the other side of the tunnel goes through some beautiful wetlands areas, and it's going to be a really, really great place to be in just a few years. But it takes a lot of money and a lot of commitment from, you know, the state.
I'll just give a quick plug to our funders. So much of the funding comes from Mass Trails. The grant that we're currently implementing is a Mass Trails grant, with the town of Clinton paying the matching part of that grant. The original acquisition was also a Mass Trails grant, with the Clinton Greenway Conservation Trust paying the match for the acquisition from our other funders, which included the Clinton Home Foundation and the Community Foundation of North Central Mass. The history of the tunnel. So the Mass Central Rail Trail, the Mass Central Railroad, previously ran through what's now the Wachusett Reservoir. When the city of Boston determined that they needed a water supply and came out to Clinton to build it, they went, oh, we're going to have to move that little piece of railroad because we're going to put the water right here. So in the early 1900s, when the dam was being built, the railroad also had to be moved. And moving the railroad to run along the edge of the reservoir instead of through the middle of it, the trestle bridge was built over the Nashua River, and this 1,100-foot tunnel. The railroad was active until the early 1960s, and eventually the trestle bridge was removed as it was determined to be a safety hazard. So now we need to figure out another way for the Route 70 crossing. The town, with the assistance of the Clinton Greenway Conservation Trust, has engaged an engineering firm to do a complete assessment of the tunnel, determine what's going to be required to remediate the tunnel so that it's suitable for use as a shared use path. And at the end of that project, we essentially should have the bid documents to go out to bid for the actual repair of the tunnel, which would allow it to be open for trail. The second part of that grant is for the design of the trail. So from the east portal of the tunnel to the Berlintown line, designing an exact path for the trail and other access points and other things that we need to take into account to actually put a trail over this former rail bed. Yeah, so we sell gear. If you're interested in nice Christmas gifts or other gifts, visit our website at www.clintongreenway.org. Also, you can become a member. You can make donations. We're always looking for volunteers for various projects. We hope that you'll be very supportive of this project. As part of the process, there will also be public hearings related to the designs, and we welcome your participation in that process so that we get lots of feedback and input from people in the community, particularly our near neighbors of the trail, because we want this to be a trail that's enjoyable to everybody. Yeah, so the Clinton Greenway Conservation Trust is a land trust based in Clinton, Massachusetts. It was originally founded in 1989 and became dormant for about a decade. As part of the Town of Clinton Open Space and Recreation Plan, we realized that having a land trust in Clinton was a great vehicle for protecting open space and providing awareness and access to the open spaces that we have. So in 2000, Chris and myself and a number of other people reinstituted the trust. We incorporated as a nonprofit, obtained our nonprofit status, so we are a 501c3, Donations and membership are tax-deductible donations. That also allowed us to apply for various grants that we've used for various things. Other projects that we've been involved in are the protection of the Rauscher Farm. We are very active in the effort to actually assist the town in acquiring the farm. And we currently, through our Rauscher Farm Fund, fund all kinds of activities, maintenance, and other things on the farm. Other priority projects are the protection of the Nashua River and other implementation of the Clinton Open Space and Recreation Plan. Because actually, once we get this trail finished, there's other trails that we'd like to see developed in Clinton. And then we continue to have various activities to provide awareness to the open spaces of Clinton so that everyone appreciates them. Actually, because the tunnel does need to be repaired, it is currently closed. So please do not trespass in the tunnel. It has been marked no trespassing. Unfortunately, some of those signs have been damaged and removed. We will be replacing them. But until the tunnel's repaired, it's just not safe for people to be going through it. And particularly, please be respectful of the private property owners that are quite near the tunnel. Sometimes people are up here and they wander onto private property. And it's really concerning for people that live in this area. We want it to be enjoyed by all. So please stay away from the tunnel for now. And we look very much forward to a grand opening in a couple years for everybody to access it again.
ClintonGreenway.org is our website address. So that's how you can make contact or come to an activity. We have a monthly meeting at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays, second Tuesday of every month. And it's open to the public, so we'd love to have more people join us there.